What only kills them makes you stronger.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy VII. This is an assassin who transforms into the Galleon Beast, gaining the ability to survive in return if he dies. But on his front face, he's a 4-mana 2/2 that gains counters as your opponent's creatures die, whether they're sacrificing them or you're killing them. Depending on how much power they have, you get more power on Vincent, which allows you to then flip him over to the backside where he has Trample and Lifelink, so you can swing in, deal a ton of damage, force your opponent to block, and then have him return into play back as Vincent Valentine. He'll lose his counters when he dies, but he'll still be able to regrow, becoming an even bigger assassin. This deck is filled with kill spells, things that trigger on things dying and leaving the battlefield, and some recursion from the graveyard. And because we're able to gain so much life, I'm also running a pretty high number of cards that exchange life for card draw, so we can draw even more removal. You can put in whatever your favorite choice of removal is in this deck. You can put in kill spells, sacrifice spells. The thing that you want to avoid, though, is -X, though it's still important to put some of these in the deck, or otherwise some edicts and exiling spells, because there are indestructible creatures running around in the standard Brawl queue. So let's take Vincent Valentine into the queue and see how big he can get. Sin Spira's Punishment recasts things from the graveyard or replays lands, making token copies of the permanents that it gets. I have a handful of removal, and hopefully I get another land. This deck is really cool. It's kind of like a automatic Muldrotha. When it enters, when it attacks, you get this stuff back from the grave. And if you can fill up your graveyard with lands specifically, you end up with a high chance of getting all of those in play as token copies. Oh! I like how we both chose different Final Fantasy signets. Oh gosh, I would like to duress, but I really want to set up some card advantage, so I'm going to play the Unholy Annex. That is not a land, that is a Tragic Trajectory, which, yes, I know that the -X spells are not that good with Vincent, but we run into a good number of indestructibles. Codis, Ketramos, and these cards are extremely important when it comes to removing them. I've got Vincent. Let's play Vincent. I would love to duress them there. First, I just don't have the mana. RC Revenant. Neat. They have nothing in their graveyard yet. They haven't done any self-milling, but I imagine they have some things that draw and discard or self-mill when they enter. There's even like a Great Saga in these colors that destroys a permanent. Ooh, Harvester of Misery. They could have discarded it, but may as well just cast it for full, killing my commander. I'll unlock this, get a demon. I have to discard because I got too many of them cards. I'll drop the RC Revenant because I can put that onto a creature. Is this Sin Big Stompy? I think it's Sin Graveyard stuff. This is a great card because you can discard it to use it as a pseudo kill spell. And it does like a little board wipey type thing when it comes in. Rakshasa's Bargain. Putting cards in hand and graveyard. That's 2 lands in the grave, which means that if Sin comes out next turn, they're getting at least 2 lands. Hey, that's the saga I was talking about. Destroying non-land permanent, it looks like they're going for my enchantment rather than my creature. If they got rid of the creature, I'd still be drawing cards, but I'd be losing life each turn, which isn't as bad since I have a ton of lifelink in this deck. I would like to see what else you have in hand. Counterspell, Spelunking, Assassin's Trophy, and Virtue of Persistence. So I want to drop one of the non-permanent spells here. I'll drop 3 Steps Ahead. I don't want to bring out Tiny Bones since it would die to that coming back if I kill it, and I think I probably will. I'm gonna use Carsey Revenant to give this lifelink Death Touch, and it already has flying, but pretend it didn't. They have milled. Aww. A land for me. Thank you. I love having lands. Here the Rising Tide. So now I have Hero's Downfall, and Hero's Downfall, but it hurts me. Things that have double flying. Just so beautiful. Alright, let's see. Spelunking and land. Hey, bye. If she attacks in, they're gonna make a giant octopus. If this attacks in, they'll get lands. They can also bring things back from their graveyard into play. I will... Oh, gosh, I don't have enough to do exactly what I want to do. They'd be able to kill Vincent, which is not good for me. Not a fan of Vincent dying. So I'm going to Tithing Blade them. Play my sweet little pile of bones. And pass the turn. Looks like they're discarding to get back the Harvester. Did they not get a land back for Sin? I mean, I think you can grab a land, right? A creature or land. So they just want to kill Tiny Bones. Fine with that. Actually, no, I'm trying to... Sorry, I'm trying to navigate this system that is not letting me click the ones I want. There we go. R.I.P. Tiny Bones. Vincent. I sit here. I'm trying to get them to use Loch Twain Scorn on it. There we go. All right, so I will just pay some life and hit Harvester of Misery. So I gain 5 +1/+1 counters and become a 7/7. Boomvine Regent. They're using Claim Territory, which is mono green cultivation. Ain't no haters, just cultivators. And I'll play High Society Hunter, so when my creatures inevitably do die, or I kill some of their creatures, I'll get them card draw. And I'm going to flip over this, so I gain that life back. I'm at 29 life, they're at 11, and I have an 8/7 big beastie. Vincent Thick. Now, Sin, what do you hit? First one was a land, second one was a land, third one was Kiora. And that's going to end the chain until they attack. They draw, they discard. And I will eat Sin. Life is a small price to pay when you have lethal on the board. Thank you also for the card draw, High Society Hunter. No, I'm good, ma'am. She's like, yeah, I could kill something for you. It's fun. It is fun. GG. Kaikar, Zephyr Awakener. As they cast non-creature spells, they can blink their creatures, which come back at the end of turn. A lot more balanced than, say, a Displacer Kitten, since you have a bit of delay. Also, you can't blink the non-creature things. I have something that can hit hand here, but I'm going to take that free mulligan because I would love to have a third land. And there it is. Very good. I'll play Tiny Bones. You could have also gone for the boots, make the bones a surprise, and then swung in next turn. But this way, if something ends up in their graveyard, or I can put something in their graveyard and then steal it, I'll be very happy. Tiny Bones is Bones, which doesn't feel right to me, because Tiny Bones was already Bones. But now he's an extra skeleton, and I'm just going to attack in for 2. Next turn, I might feed the swarm on this in order to make it so Tiny Bones is, once again, the attacker I want him to be. Especially if there's like a creature I could then put that on their side of the battlefield. But it looks like there isn't, so I will play Lord Skitter, Sewer King, who spits out rats and exiles graveyards. Scapegoat, thank you for the sub. You think Eaten by Piranhas should not work on skeletons? Like how Frogify should not work on frogs. Exactly. Looks like they're doing something to Bones here. Oh, so these are just a bunch of nullifying enchantments. I bet they also have Unable to Scream in here, and maybe Witness Protection. Wizard? I will play Vincent. Pass the turn. Boop, 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 boop. Charade of Numbing Depths taps things down and stuns them. And then draws cards. Oh, you're a wizard, so it gets doubled. This is also a wizard. Commit a little bit more into the board, why don't you? Certainly no reason I would want that. I might actually be going for killing Roaming Throne over Aquazots, like playing the Aquazots next turn. Because I know what's up. Also, I want my Vincent to get bigger. Yep, I will pay the 2. Gotta do it before they can blink, because otherwise these sorcery speed pieces of removal are not that good. I know I'm giving up my chances of doing this, but imagine if I could steal the Roaming Throne and name Assassin. Probably not gonna happen because Tony Bones is in jail. All right, we've got Vincent Valentine now as a 7/6. He has haste and ward. They keep eyeing him like, why is he so big? Is he so big because he killed the chair? He's an assassin. He's part of Turks. Or he was. They're part of like an elite secret agent group. Oh, they're putting him in jail. And they're paying the 1. And they're getting lifelink. This card's so silly. I will decline. I have tons of creature removal, so my chances of killing Charade, I'd say, are high. Hi. If I get a land, I can, like, Aquazots and yeet into face next turn. Take 3. He's not an elite beat agent. What are you playing? I hope it's a creature. It is a creature. This is a blinking mount. But these two are stinking dead. I'm going to be able to play this Arcane Signet first. It's either that or I get ready to re-equip the boots. But I think this is just fine since I wouldn't really want to be attacking in here. I want to make things smaller. Or make things bigger. Nice. Kaikar in play. Those auras are now gone, so they can't be rethrown. Are you going to put him in witness protection? No, they're turning Vincent into a toy. Which is kind of like demoralizing. He's an adult man who lives in a coffin in the basement, which is where men usually are. I'm gonna put the boots on Acklezotz and swing in. This is like Kaikar aura control. Yes. I wonder if they also have some eerie cards in there. He's also a werewolf sometimes, or like a demon. He has a bunch of different shapes. You just shove some materia in the man. Gossip's talent will blink cards on hit once they get to the 3rd level. And right now they can level up to level 2. Also, they're spitting out spirits since they don't have anything to blink. They could... yeah, they don't have any creatures to blink. Restless Anchorage will make them a map. Swinging in for 5. Drawing a card since they don't have anything here. It's a nice piece of protection. And I'll be using Fountain Port on this next turn. I don't have a token to sacrifice, but if they end up discarding lands, I'll be getting bats. I can also use it to make fish or treasures. Yeah, during this marathon stream I've been doing, we did actually watch some cutscenes from Dirge of Cerberus. They didn't make any sense, but they were happening. It was very strange. Now, they didn't level this up, so they don't blink Kaikar. They're beating him. It's still a level 2. It's not a level 3. Ooh, they're enhancing. Saying Dirge was an okay game. I'll make a treasure. I know you have something, but I don't know what it is. It could be like a get lost. Parting Gust. So that's actually a permanent exile because they're gifting me a wee fish. This is just Death Touch and Indestructible. It does not give hexproof. And I don't have any way to sacrifice it or do anything else. My Acklezotz is gone. Too hot, too trot. Alright, I will... sacrifice a token, this one, to draw a card. That is some card advantage. I'll take it. Play you, put the boots on the boy, and swing in with you in the fish. Go get him, fish token! You're the real MVP. Thundertrap Trainer, not with the Offspring. So they're just going to look at the top couple cards of their deck. This is the Augur of Bolus if it were better card. It's not a 1/3, but it looks at more cards and it can get more things. A final showdown in instant speed board wipe or instant speed protection or instant speed nullification of abilities. Augur with a smaller butt. So now that this is at level 2, they could bring it to level 3, so they'd get the blink on hit. That would be especially good with this. Or they could just final showdown to do a blink. Alright, let's draw a card. Certainly a helpful card to have. Vein Ripper. But it does get still kind of turned down for this. Oh yeah, I can give you haste. I think I'd rather have it as a blocker. Is it the Mono Blue Narcit's down tick word for word? Yeah, I think it is. All right, we will sacrifice a token to draw a card. Now, they could remove all abilities so I don't drain their life when this happens. And they do have some unblockability. I actually forgot about the, like, Kaikar being mostly unblockable. Alright, so they don't have enough mana to remove all abilities. That is so good for me. Bane Ripper is going to live through this. But everything else is going to die. Vincent, please come back so I can actually use you. The Bane Ripper drains their life, bringing them down to 8. Thunder Trap Trainer comes back, looks at the top cards, gets them things. They also surveil. I'm going to get a little bit more card draw here. Oh, cool. 0 point ballad. This is like a weird, funky board wipe that can also reanimate things. Vincent? I have multiple routes of cool stuff I can do here. Like going for unblockable Vein Rippers and then killing a guy. But I know what I want to do. I want to use my commander. I want to flip them over. Force them to block. And finally let Vincent do what he's supposed to do. Turn into a beast. GG, Kaikar. Brawl, Crackling Wit is a problem for me because he spits out tokens. And more importantly, he's hard to kill because he's a planeswalker. In this hand, I have a little bit of creature removal. I've got some card advantage and some more card advantage here. But they're not going to be playing creatures early, making this a lot worse. I have ramp, which means I can get out an earlier Vincent. I will keep this. Also, Jamura, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We've got Stormcatch Mentor for some discounts. Yes, this is auto roll. The auto roll that gives everything Storm. It gives me Storm. It gives you Storm. It gives Storm Storm. Actually, it only gives your instants and sorcery Storm. But Storm gives other things Storm, because that's her name. I'm going to play Vincent. I understand he might get bolted, suplexed, abraded. I guess it wouldn't be actual bolt. It would be like Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike is in Arena, right? Sounds stormy. Very. With 3 mana, they're swinging in. If they cast any non-creature spell, Prowess would trigger and this would get a little bigger. For people asking about the symbols next to our names, those just kind of showed up today. We're hoping it doesn't mean that they're going to add ranked, but honestly, I have no idea. Wizards of the Coast just kind of does stuff. I will tack in with Vincent and flip him over to protect him from whatever removal would hit him next. Also to gain life, because life gain is good. You could actually put in some like life gain combos in this deck, and it's pretty nice because the commander and a lot of other cards in mono black, like this and this, have lifelink. Yeah, they also show like a ranked badge next to your name when you queue up. It's kind of buggy right now. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, hey, Vivi. Rather than playing Brawl, who could get attacked by Aquazots and taken out, they're playing Vivi, who is going to generate absurd amounts of mana. In fact, already has generated, or can generate, 3 mana here for a Screaming Nemesis. And if I deal damage to Screaming Nemesis, or they deal damage to Screaming Nemesis, they can prevent me from gaining any life for the rest of the game. because somebody thought that that's an okay ability to put on a card. I'm actually kind of fine with that. So I am going to offer them the trade. I will trade your Screaming Nemesis for my ability to gain life. That's with 2 lifelinkers in play. Robin Sparkles, thank you for the sub. They discarded a land, so I get a bat. They could also double block with these 2, which I'd be fine with. The Screaming Nemesis has taken damage. I'm up to 32 life. I decline because I would like Vincent to come back. I can no longer gain life. And I'm just fine with that. I'm going to use the Tithing Blade to kill Stormcatch Mentor. It's not going to be Vivi. We all know it's not going to be Vivi. And then I will play Unstoppable Slasher. Great card. Makes their number go down. I don't need my number to go up anymore. Sure, I lose life to plenty of abilities in my deck, but I'm at 29. And they're saying, good game. GG roll. Giada, Font of Hope, a mono-white Angels commander. She makes her Angels stronger and taps her mana so you can get them out sooner. I have a really nice piece of removal to hit an early Giada. Even though it wouldn't buff Vincent, I think she's going to come out on turn 2. She typically does. I just have to hope that I also get a land. Land? Scraps, please don't yell at me. My cat is like, lands? In this economy? Yes, Honey Bear. Lands. Here comes Giada, and yes, I could shoot the Sheriff, but I'd rather use my cheap removal, and of course I didn't get a land. So we will shoot Giada into the sun, or a black hole, and she's gone. Makes those Angels a little bit harder to cast. Angel of Vitality, because they're at 25 life, does get a buff. And I will have them sacrifice her, because I did not get a land. Giada, now for 4 mana, coming back into play. And I can't play Vincent. But I can murder Giada, or just play Karsi Revenant. I think because the other 3 spells I have in my hand are kill spells and not a board wipe, I'm okay with Giada ramping out an Angel. Because the bigger they are, the harder they'll fall. I'd like to have big, chunky Vincent buffs, and you are the ones to help me do it. Nice! Look at all those girls! Assassin? Now, do I risk playing Vincent before I can get some boots on him? Yeah, I will. Play the Karsi Revenant, has a blocker. And I have fewer cards in hand than they do, so I did not give them any card advantage. Stormplane Detainment, they're exiling the Karsi Revenant so they can attack in the air. Big chunky bones for werewolf boyfriend, says Noah Response. Hey, you have Vigilance. They could have attacked and then done that. Okay, I have to decide if I want any of these. They don't have any enter the battlefield except for Sword of Dazzling Angel, but she doesn't trigger on other things. So I think we can kill this because it's the biggest. Then kill this. I was thinking like I could put boots on one of them, but I'd rather just Big Vincent. 12 life gained, 12 damage dealt. They're not going to be getting cards even if I don't, if I end up drawing extra. That feels really good. Now, they probably have another exiling piece of removal or like a get lost. But this should, if they destroy it, flip back over. It's exiling removal. Okay, so unfortunately, Vincent goes to jail. I will not put him back in the command zone. And I'm probably going to wipe the board in a turn. Curse you, lifelink. Oh, Oh, nice. They helping hand the Wojak Investigator back into play so they get more damage on their Valkyrie. And then I wipe the board. Had I had one more land, I could put the boots on Vincent and start swinging, but I don't have that. Nice. There he is. It's the boy. We're starting to get into scary angel territory, by the way, like the Lyras and the Baneslayers and stuff. Okay, let's grab a critter. Swing in, flip him over. Yeah, there's so many, like, on-hit and attack abilities here. Oh, nice, speed up. I get to gain a little life off this. Helps me pay for all the, like, pay life to draw cards abilities. So with 8 mana... Hold up, is Avacyn in Standard? Oh, good, that's not an Avacyn. I'm out here, like, feeling true fear of, like... Oh, yeah, but what if that is... That would be bad. Alright, I'm gonna put boots on a boy. I'm swinging with all of these. Tony Bones! Should have tapped better. That's on me. They wanted to make my non-existent assassins uncounterable. Alright, this will die, this will die. They're both gonna come back into play. And I'll move the boots over onto Vincent. The boy Tony Boney? Yeah, Tony Baloney. Giada's a very aggressive deck. You saw how much damage they had. And if I didn't have a board wipe and a ton of kill spells and the life gain off that one huge Vincent swing, this would be such a different game. There's a lot of things that are scary. And Giada is like aggro angels that just got a bunch of cheap angels. I think I might have lethal here. I killed Giada. Herald of Eternal Dawn is the biggest angel. Yes, I could kill it. I do have the cards that kill heralds. Hey, look, speaking of devil or angel. Hi, Herald. I'm about to get so many counters. I don't even care. Kill her. Big angels mean big whatever the heck Vincent's is. GG. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. Sephiroth will be seeing creatures die, gaining life, dealing damage to me. And, oh hey, it's him. It's Sephiroth. In my hand, too. As I kill their creatures, they'll be getting some benefits from it, which is kind of rough for me. I do have some removal that's, best to use on their Sephiroth, but they'll be drawing cards as they sacrifice. Oh, and draining extra life from me with things like Starscape Cleric. Neat. I'll draw extra cards off Bob. Yeah, this Virtue of Persistence is not a good kill spell to use when Vincent's out, since it doesn't add any power to him, but it's still good. It's still, like, the sort of card that is nice for taking stuff out. I will just take that damage. Are you like a life gain, life drain combo? They totally got the Marauder, don't they? Like Marauding Blood Chief or whatever its name is. I'm swinging in with Bob. There's also a way to just continuously recur Forsaken Miner as long as you have black mana to spare with Sephiroth, which you can loop it and loop it and loop it so long as you have a way to, like, kill it and pay 1 black each time you want to bring it back. Since his ability is a crime. He targets. He also transforms. Hi, Sephiroth. So, like, right here, they kill the miner, they pay 1 black, and it comes back. I'm also going to lose extra life from this. I would prefer not to block, please and thank you. Nice. Not too high. I have 4 mana. I want to see what they have in hand. Vampire Nighthawk. Vincent in Final Days. I love it's just like, yeah. I'm running the same stuff as you. What did you expect? No, I expected exactly that. I'm gonna gain a tiny bit of life. And swing in. Blow for blow. I'll probably end up trying to trade this into this in a turn or two, because there are some cards that can deal a lot of damage to me. Vincent and Sephiroth versus Sephiroth and Vincent. Wow. I'm Final Fantasy VIIing all over the place. I'm like out here just like, oh, we could start info dumping. Talking about how Sephiroth's mom was Vincent's love interest. Hi, I like Final Fantasy VII. Did you know that? Nice, I hit a land this time. Very helpful when I'm at such a low life total. And I don't have enough for Vincent plus removal. So instead I'm going to go for Elegy Acolyte. Swinging in with both of these. I will lose life and draw a card. And also, it's a 4/4 that has lifelink. This is such a crazy card because it's doing 3 different things. It is drawing you cards in combat, it is making you robots, and it's being a 4/4 lifelinker. Like, it's being a big chunky thing. It's so good. And if you have removal and you're playing lots of removal, you can easily trigger this void without sacrificing something or trading into things, just getting more. Alright. Duress is going to hit my Feed the Cycle. Unfortunately, that's my targeted removal. But I am stopping them from doing their best attacks here with this Elegy Acolyte. Ooh, Darkness Crystal. My creatures are not going to die. Huh. That's rough, because some of these have things I want on death. Their stuff still dies. But I don't have enough for the double spell. This is based on a number of creatures in graveyard, right? How many creatures in your graveyard? None. Okay. How many creatures are in your graveyard? Oh, you don't have those. Ooh, Aquazot. Nice. They'll probably want to play like Nighthawk if they want to trade into this when it attacks in. This will get exiled, so it won't come back. But I definitely have the card advantage at this moment. All right, so they're making 2 of these. And then on its second cast is where it gets big. Or can, if there's a lot of creatures in a graveyard. Mono black lifelink. It's how you do the thing. Like, Vincent is lifelinking on the backside. So Vampire Nighthawk is my current problem card here. So I'm going to play Vincent. I can discard overpaying the life, so I will do that. I'll discard Preacher. High Society Hunter. I have enough card advantage. And I want to play Vincent first, because get big. I lose some extra life. I attack in with these lifelinkers. They have to discard. The card they discarded was Midnight Reaper. We lose a life, gain a life, back up to 14, back down to 13, get a robot. Wonderful. Thank you, Bob, for hitting low mana value cards. I really appreciate it. They're looking at Vincent, which makes me think they have a piece of removal and they're trying to pick out who to use it on. Sporogenic Infection. This is actually kind of fun. I have to sacrifice a creature other than Vincent. If I sacrifice a creature that is a permanent, they can actually bring it back with this. So I'm going to sacrifice that token. It doesn't really get exiled. And they still get these triggers. Oh, all right. There's going to be a bunch of extra life loss off this. But the Blight Priest is dead, so they're not going to get the double life loss. The Forsaken Miner's like, oh, we're doing so many crimes. Can I come back? Can I come back? How about now? Can I come back now? No, no, you have to wait. And since that was dealt damage, he does die. But that's okay. He wasn't flipped over, so he didn't have the, like, he would die and come back. Oh, look! He's the one-winged angel! I'm going to sacrifice the Deep Cavern Bat. That is a 1 mana away from that Vein Ripper. Dang. I'll eat up the final days. Making him discard that. I'm trying to decide if I want to attack with this. I think I want it as a blocker. I'm fine with Elegy Acolyte dying. Or Acklezot's dying. It's about the life gain. And a little bit of more card advantage. So we gain 8. Lose 1. Lose another? Yeah. Because remember, the creatures... No, my creatures don't actually die. That's so weird that, like, my creatures are not dying. Alright, High Society Hunter, you're coming back. How is that the only creature in the grave? Wild. It's the one I discarded. Yeah, this being exiled is kind of sad, because it means I won't be able to bring it back. Same with this, like, won't be turning into a land. Overkill! Well, oh no! With Overkill doing what it does, they just have lethal in the air. GG. Kellen, Inquisitive Prodigy, makes clues and then smashes artifacts because he's a violent boy who doesn't solve any sort of mysteries, he just causes problems. These are usually kind of like Simic Tempo-y decks because they've got this nice strong flyer that can take out your opponent's ramp, their equipment, anything that happens to be an artifact. Or you could like use it to destroy their clues and draw cards. He doesn't do that. A forest. A duress. What do you got? Case of the Locked Hothouse. Let's them play additional lands. Okay, so this one looks like it's just lands. It's a lands deck. You get to play an additional land on turn 2, so that does make sense. Are you going to tail the suspect? Which land do you want to play? Demo field, forest, forest. I will play Bob. Bob, please draw me lands. Please do not make me lose 7 life. Bob. By the way, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV with my friend Foxy. We've seen this guy a bunch of times. He shows up and summons gargoyles at you. Well, well, well. Looks to me like someone is a sheriff. But I'm actually going to swing in here because I want to use my ---- removal before I bring out Vincent. And if they give me a chance to, that would be great. Come on, Kellen. Block. Thank you. You have nowhere to run, Kellen. Nowhere to hide. So unlike in Brawl, Icesteel Explorer does not have the main fetch lands to recur. It does not have Strip Mine to recur. It just has lands. Regular old lands. Which is nice. Oh, Bob can't scream anymore. Larval Scoutlander is going to sacrifice a land to get them 2 more, and also give them a land in the graveyard to play off the Icesteel Explorer. Yeah, there's a lot of good landfall stuff still in Standard. You've got your Mossborn Hydras. Tifa can kill a person all in one turn. Chocobos to play lands off the top. I would love to just, like, play Vincent and get going here. I'm going to risk them having a crazy ramp turn, because they have only one card in hand that I don't know about, and I bet it's not removal, because they already made Bob unable to scream. Oh, I just realized they actually have some really cool synergy with specifically Kellen. Unable to scream turns things into artifacts, so you can then destroy them with Kellen. Why are you like this, Kellen? He's like, I'm solving a mystery by cracking open clues. You're cracking open a man's skull. That's not a clue, Kellen. That's not a clue. You like my title of Vincent Valentine the Bargler? Yeah, it's great. I think they're gonna station up a little bit. He's breaking up families. He is breaking up families. I want to kill Tifa when she's at her absolute largest for Vincent. So I will play this bat. Exile the Explorer. And I could swing in just, like, hitting for 2 here. I'm not transforming him. I'm just hitting for 2. Don't worry about it. Okay, they could tell exactly what was going to happen. There's no way for them to protect it because I get through Hexproof and Ward. If Tifa gets big, I have an instant speed kill spell in my hand. Tifa frickin' dies, and I get all the power of 2 that she had. Vincent was gonna feast. Final Fantasy VII cards, they work great together. Look at that, synergy. GG. Zulashur Lich Lord does a little bit of recycling from the graveyard. This hand has good cards, but unfortunately, the only thing I can cast is this. But I think it's a good enough card to set up on turn 2 that we can keep it. Their commander requires that they have zombies in the graveyard, and then they can cast them. In fact, they just pay their regular mana costs, and the zombies are coming back. There's even some zombies that can put cards in the graveyard through mill or tutoring into the grave, which go even better with Zul Ashur. Also, there's no Paradox Engine here, so she's probably just zombie typal and not Paradox Engine combo, which is what she is in Historic Brawl. I've got Carsey Revenant, Preacher to Schism. Let's go with Preacher to Schism. They'll be able to very easily make creatures that they can play, sacrifice over and over. But with Vincent as my commander, each time those creatures die, as long as they have some amount of power, I'll get something out of it. I don't mind. There is no zombie, only Zul. You love the boy Vinny? They're thinking about attacking. Come on, it's got Death Touch. +1/+1 even. I ain't blocking. Assassin. It is so funny to me that Vincent has no creature type except Assassin. He's not a human. He's not a vampire, even though he totally acts like one. He's not a demon. I honestly would have categorized him as like a demon assassin, maybe? Well, with the summoning materia stuck inside of him or whatever it is. It's been a while since I finaled my fantasies. I never dirged a Cerberus. Who's up dirging a Cerberus? If my things die, they get exiled, right? And if their things die, my things get exiled. Okay, no, there's just weird stuff happening. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, you don't come back, do you? I don't remember all of Cythera's text. Causes things to be exiled on my side. Okay, that's fine. Oops. I clicked wrong. Chat, I clicked wrong. I was too busy thinking about creature types. It's gonna happen multiple times that I'm gonna click wrong. Don't return Vincent from the graveyard to the command zone. If this is the same thing that happened with Edgar, who dies and comes back to the battlefield. It's all the bloops. Yeah, it's all the bloops. Me misclicking while recording videos? That would never happen. Don't look at the videos. Please don't. I know there's receipts. I wish there weren't. The Sissel's ability works what way? What way? If Flippy? Nice. She's tapped. Hey, Blastburn! Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for making Subaton continue. If a player controls no creatures, they get a sacrificed thing. Okay. I'm attacking in. You like how I say Edgar? You say it like Edger? Is that how you're supposed to say his name? I'm not good at words. Chat demands more Subaton. Alright, so Sothera will have me sacrifice this. Then I make them sacrifice Zula, sure. And all is good in the world. Unless, is somebody not dead yet? Hi, Scraps. Oh, wait. They're sacrificing it in order to draw. That's fine with me. And... oh, it's the beginning of Enso. Okay, so they're gonna get my Preacher. Which is fine with me. Edgar? I like Edgar. Edger. Also played by Vincent. Oh, from Men in Black. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I say Edgar. I think I might have had like a math professor named Edgar. Oh, hey, Zodiark. Not a god. You could even put this into this deck. Because we're mono black and we can do what we want. I do have lots of ways, at least, to get rid of indestructibles. It's gonna make this go. I guess I should have attacked first. Yeah, to get the trigger. Set up more card draw. There's a lot of crazy cards in black, yeah. Just assume every card ever printed was in Foundations. Yeah. Yeah, just assume every card's in Foundations. Congratulations. You get this thing back. Fill up the board so I may destroy it. Tempting. Alright, I will use my Comeback Wrong on Overlord of the Baelmerk. It returns. Tony. Mr. Bones. If I play that, it's rounded. Down, okay. Yum, yum, yum. Hi, Zool. Ooh, Fang! When things leave their graveyard, such as being cast by Zula, sure, they will get to draw a card. We love card advantage here. Here's Death Baron. Let the veins be ripped. Don't worry about it. Hee. Now creatures dying helps me even more. I started my engines. I did start my engines. I'm paying attention. It's been a crazy day in Arena. Fang is a mono black card. And Vanille is green black. Because she has green and black in the cost of the transform. This is me realizing I'm in a car. Does it also have a color identity symbol on Fang's backside? Two things can be true. Yes, because it would have one there. Please don't make fun of me and my bus riding. See, look, zombies that mill. So cute. Leeches. This is so nice of them to play all these cards. You think it's a powerful statement on Aether Drift that start your engines is one of the slowest mechanics ever made? Real. I have the win lined up for next turn. Chat's making fun of my really good bus driving. Everybody dies! And, thanks to my good friend, the Vein Ripper, we win the game. GG! The triggers are happening first. In Aether Drift, it's an endurance race, not a drag race. Start your engines, and speed go up. And win the game. GG! Bonnie Paul, Clear Cutter, Simic Ramp, Recursion of Lands, and a lady with a big cow named Bo. I've got a board wipe, I've got some card draw, I've got Preacher, an Edict, but I probably won't have a target for it unless they like turn 1 or turn 2 play a Mana Dork. Bonnie Paul is, I would say, one of the nicest good stuff commanders because she's doing good stuff. She's drawing you cards, she's getting you lands, she's putting power in play. Also, she's really cool looking. Look at her. Look at Bo. They're awesome. On turn 1, that's just a forest from a Terramorphic Expanse, but now they do have a land in the graveyard to bring back with Bonnie, and they're ramping off of Herd Heirloom. I'll play another Swamp and pass the turn. There's nothing for me to make them sacrifice off Tithing Blade. Azure Beastbinder. So, this card, I will say, is a kill-on-sight card. It is able to completely nullify abilities. So I'm going to take it out, so I have the ability to play some cards this turn. I'll play Creature to Schism. They have 4 or 5 mana next turn, too. Nice. Tender Wild Guide. I could go for Vincent, gently encouraging them to block, or Elegy Acolyte to start filling up my hand. I'm gonna go for Vincent. My dream is to kill Bo and Bonnie with Vincent in play so he gets huge. Oh, hey, Sabsunen. Sabsunen, you are why I run Edict effects. The indestructible creatures are so deadly and dangerous that it feels necessary oftentimes. I think I will... Want to go for card advantage? I'm going to get demon advantage. I'm going to use the Ritual Chamber to get out a 6/6 demon. Now, Sabsunen can only attack and block when she has a certain number of counters. These guys can manipulate their counters. Oh, oof. They had bounce off. That's the exact opposite of what you want when you're playing a big demon token. But she hopefully won't be able to block this next turn. Hi, Bonnie. A Tragic Trajectory is also very good for getting rid of Sebsunen and the other various Indestructibles. So I think I will start with... Elegy Acolyte to encourage them to block. I'll swing in with the Preacher of the Schism. I currently have 1 less life in them, so I will get a Vampire token. They're trading with the Wild Guide. Vincent will get 4 counters. And Void is now active, so I'm going to remove Sabsunin before it can draw them cards. Now, they do have the ability to cast a 1-mana spell. I don't know if they have a protective spell. They do not. So I'm going to put -10, -10. I don't get any counters because that's essentially 0 power. It does not put negative +1/+1 counters on him. And since Void happened, I get a robot! They could not have blocked with Sabsunin. She was, she can only attack if she's got, like, 2 counters on her, or no counters, or 4 counters. Okay, so Grappling Kraken, Landfall, taps things down, and they can do it twice. Nice! I'll do a wee bit of blocking. Or do I want to double block Bonnie? I think I'll double block Bonnie. I gain some life. I take a sweet ride to Flipadelphia, and Vincent's a 12/12. That can't attack or block, but he is a 12/12. I will kill their smallest creature. They're probably gonna, like, unsummon this. Remember that River's Rebuke is in this format. If I do this, they're just gonna sacrifice the cow and get it back. I think I'll set up for card draw. Yeah, I shouldn't be dead this next turn. Shouldn't. Nice. Somebody's saying, do not run Massacre Girl and Vincent. Yes, don't put Massacre Girl and Vincent because it turns all your damage into -X, which is not what you want. Bo saw himself and died. You're making it very hard for me to do my Vincent thing. Where's my direct kill spells? I think I might have to board wipe here, which is such a bummer. This is a card I previewed. Ugh, my poor giant Vincent. Cold before he could show his true strength. Couldn't even flip him over. That's fine. I'll play him again. Whee! I want a thick Vincent so bad. But they just kept bringing back the fetch land. And stunning him. Yeah, I know. He's a real stunner. I'll lose 2 life. I do not have a demon. There is, I think, 1 demon in the deck. Oh, hey, Bill. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Hello. Okay, gonna force me to kill this now to get the counters on it. Yep, I will go yum, yum, tasty. They got Bill, they got Bo, they got Bonnie. They got the ability to double their counters. They can give Trample off the herd heirloom. I lose 2. At least I got an 8/8. Oh, and we're getting a raid from Brian Kibler. Hi, Brian. Welcome. I'm about to die to Bonnie. Oh, actually, I'm about to die to Bahamut. It's really a lot of bees. Good game. You already have it. Good game. Bristly Bill Spine Sower puts counters on creatures as lands enter play, making them huge, and then doubling counters on all their creatures for just 5 mana. Also, my cat is here. Scrap, say hi to everyone. She just got a treat, so she's extra, poofity. What a good girl you are. I want to check out their hand with Duress. There are no non-creatures in hand and a bunch of scales and lands related things. A traveling chocobo I'm pretty spooked of. 3-tree scribe. And things leave without dying? Huh. Okay. I'm much more about killing things with them dying. Who gets a counter? Good girl. She's purring very loud. She's such a good cat. I'll probably want to kill Bill this next turn. Especially without the ability to kill both of them with 0-point Ballad. Ooh, is this a Snakeskin Veil? Defend the Rider, giving him Hexproof and Indestructible. Blanking my ability. Oop. That's why is there a fruit fly in here? Did you bring this fruit fly in here? Hi, Saz. They're going to get themselves a bird or basic. This is probably the bird they usually fetch, but they're just grabbing a basic and swinging in for 6. And I will kill 2 of the 3, because they are actually the 2 of the 3 I'm most scared of here. 1, 2, 3, and 3 life for 0-point Ballad. I'm going down to a risky 13 life. Good cat. Where's my kill spells? I need them for killing. I have enough mana to double next turn as well. Play High Society Hunter. Hoping to at least trade with one of them. Traveling Chocobo lets them play lands off the top and doubles landfall abilities. Oh, and Saz's Chocobo! Hey, I'm sorry about killing your dad, Chocolina. Okay, not that. Sorry. Each of these getting counters. I don't even know what this is. Mold Adder? What? Wild. I will start with a Tithing Blade to get rid of one of their creatures. Yeah, sure. Make it bigger. Yeah, my deck is all black spells. Yeah, Foundations is weird. I want to see what this draws for me. I think you drop the Adder, or the Salsa's Chocobo, but probably not because you have the Traveling Chocobo. It's a Blue Black Hate card. Yeah, I got that far. Elegy Acolyte. This is a lifelinker that's going to make a 2/2 blocker for me. They double their counters. But they don't quite have lethal. At least not from what I can see. I'll trade with the Mold Adder. Double block Bill. Well, that puts me at Xaxes for lethal. Darn. I do have to block with the Elegy Acolyte. Yep, they'll take the one that's a trade. Puts me up to 8. I will get to draw some cards at least. I got another Edict effect. Making a bigger Vincent versus Carsey Protection Sacrifice. Yeah, that doesn't give lifelink. Okay. Momentum Breaker. I'll have them sacrifice one of their 3 creatures. This is Magic the Gathering. They sacrifice Bill. He's the commander, so they can play him again. I'll play Carsey Revenant. As Death Touch, lifelink, and I can make it indestructible, giving it double extra Death Touch. Hi, you want to attack? Traveling Chocobo getting 2 counters from Bill. Aw, and a good puppy that can destroy my artifacts. They do, in fact, come at me, bro. Actually gonna go for the Chocobo. Neat. Well, that's convenient. I'll swing in for 4. And destroy everything. Scraps, you seeing this? It's pretty good, right? We go vroom. Rampaging Baloth is a landfall token generator. At least that's not being doubled. There's no more Chocobo. This is also a token generator on landfall. I'll just gain the life while I can with Momentum Breaker. Don't really have to worry about counter spells from them. So here's the weird thing. I'm actually transforming Ironcrag. It might save me here. If they don't have a land. If they have a land, I'm forced into a really bad block and I'll probably lose. Good news, they did not see what I saw, which was Bill putting a counter onto the beast. Nice. Good, 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 good. Maybe they were just caught so off guard by Vincent doing this that they were like, I don't know what this is. Girl, I don't know what anything is. I'm going to kill this Elf-Sworn Giant. It still had some power when it died. Do you want to have extra abilities here? Just flip them over. Perhaps, what are you doing? Honey? Oh, she needs help getting down. Oh, I got it, girl. There you go, honey. I don't know if I have a way through. Transform. And die anyway. Baby bear, what are you doing? Oh, they're blocking. Good. I'm still alive. Chat saying no. Why are you saying no? It's good for me that they're not seeing their way to win. Chocobo Racetrack, more token generators. Yeah, math is for blockers, chat. You thought they saw it, but they didn't. Possibly because they thought I had something better, but I didn't. Need to transform him here. Because he already has the lifelink. Virtue of Persistence. Listen, I've been streaming for like 10 plus hours today. We're all allowed to make misplays. Or maybe they're just having so much fun. They're like, Bill's my favorite boy ever. I love when he puts counters on things. And I know the comments are going to be like, paid actor. Fake matchmaking. This is crazy, man. How have you been allowed to have this? That's a great question. Maybe Luke is just tired. Maybe Luke is just tired. Real. I need to gain as much life as possible, so I will transform Vincent here. No. You know what? No. I believe in my ability to draw a kill spell. Right, Elegy Acolyte? That was not a kill spell. If it transforms, does it lose counters? No, the whole point is that it keeps the counters. Since that left and then came back, I get a robot. Hi, Bill. You got a land? They can put a counter and then double. They're going to get a 4/4 beast and a 2/2 bird. Because they're going chocobo racing. Well, Bill? Glad you see it my way. We tacking in the air for 6. Or 7. And we win. Because they forgot to. GG. Tatiova Benthic Druid. Thankfully, does not have access to exploration in Brawl. Standard Brawl. It does in Historic Brawl now because for some reason they decided it's okay to just kind of put stuff into the format that makes landfall stronger. Because this is landfall, draw a card, gain a life. It's just purely good. Land-based ramp and the stuff that goes well with it. Somebody's saying that they want my green screen. It's actually a blue screen. Fun fact, I don't have a green screen. I have a blue screen. And not only do I have a blue screen, it's just like a sheet. You too can hang a sheet in front of a closet. I believe in you. Oh god, things are happening. They're swinging in with a 6/4, and they've got our Chasm here, which if it hits me, will hurt a lot. Also transforms. I want to get out one of my Death Touchers. Let's go with the Unstoppable Slasher. And then I'm going to sit here and prepare myself to do a little bit of instant speed murderation so I can grow Vincent. You get to see the behind the scenes. Here comes Tatiova. Landfall, they draw a card, gain a life, do the thing. I want them to crew with this rather than trying to hit me with Chasm. Heaped Harvest. Yeah, I'm gonna make a big Vincent. worry about it. Don't worry about it. Are you gonna attack me with your god? No. Okay, then I will try to kill your god. That sounds so much more vicious. I will attempt to kill your god. I mean, you can crew. It doesn't do anything. I attack and dethrone god. If I use Tithing Blade, it will get bigger, but I can also just use the Virtue. I'll use the Tithing Blade. Vincent getting extra chunkled. I'll play the Preacher, swinging in with both and transforming Vincent. They take 14 damage and then lose the rest to go down to 6. Very Final Fantasy of me to kill a god. It's very JRPG of me. You play Persona, you kill god. You play Final Fantasy, you kill god. You play Pokemon, you kill god. It's a running theme, right? I mean, I'm down. I just wish the boss battles didn't take so long. I love Big Vincent. They're getting a land and checking it twice. I think I just take 9 here. In Pokemon, you capture God. Only if you save your Master Ball for it. Or, like, you throw, like, 30 Ultra Balls. They tried to bite him, but he's too big. Please do not bite the boy, Tatiova. Please do not. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you so much, 13Ghost13, for requesting this as a Commander brew. I'm currently recording this during a subathon over on Twitch, where people are able to contribute to the subathon in order to make a timer go up so I stream for longer, and also request decks for me to brew. I currently have the queue for that capped, but we've had a lot of really cool decks get requested and submitted. In fact, this request was build a recent mono-black commander, and Vincent Valentine is a recent mono-black commander, and I decided to put him into the standard Brawl queue instead of the historic Brawl queue because there's less removal for Vincent here, and less exiling removal, which is exactly what I don't want to see. There are still Ketramoses running around, and you will lose against most Ketramoses, but that's alright. There are some ways to beat him, it's just hard. He's kind of oops all board wipes. And exiling. It's the stuff you don't want to face if you're playing in this deck. But I do think Vincent is really cool. If you like the oops all kill spells archetype, that's what he's all about. He's really just wants you to keep killing your opponent's stuff or forcing them to block. These death touchers are so great in this deck. Even Tiny Bones can make a small trade into a big swing with Vincent. Things that I would also say for this deck is, depending on what you match into, you can swap around which removal spells you have to best adjust what is good for you. And if you don't happen to have certain removal spells, you can exchange them for the ones you do have. I am a big fan of things like Come Back Wrong, but I understand that it's a rare, and if you don't have a room for a rare, you can swap it out for something else. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you would like to come on by the stream, twitch.tv/Amazonian is where I am streaming currently every single day for 12 plus hours until a timer runs out. It may have actually run out by the time this video goes live, but if it hasn't, well, good luck to future Amy. She needs it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.